គុំសម្ដេចព្រះមហាសង្ឃរាជសម្ដេចព្រះសង្ឃកញ្ញុសម្ដេចព្រះសង្ឃយុរងសម្ដេចព្រះរាជាគណៈព្រះមន្ត្រីសង្ឃតាមលំដាប់ឋានានុក្រមជាទីគោរពសក្ការៈសូមចម្រើនពរសម្ដេចទ្រង់ឯកឧត្តមលោកជំទាវលោកស្រីញាតិញោមពុទ្ធបរិស័ទទាំងអស់ជាពិសេសគឺមិត្តក្នុងបណ្ដាញ Facebook ថ្ងៃនេះចង់សាកល្បងកម្មវិធីថ្មីមួយគឺការសិក្សាព្រះពុទ្ធសាសនាតាមរយៈភាសាអង់គ្លេសឬហៅថា Learning Buddhism through English ក្នុងកម្មវិធីនេះមានគោលបំណងចង់សិក្សាព្រះធម៌ផងនិងចង់ឲ្យញាតិញោមពុទ្ធបរិស័ទនិងមិត្តទាំងឡាយក្នុងបណ្ដាញ Facebook បានចេះព្រះពុទ្ធសាសនាចេះព្រះធម៌ជាភាសាអង់គ្លេសនឹងនិយាយអំពីភាសាព្រះធម៌តាមរយៈភាសាអង់គ្លេសជាមូលដ្ឋានដំបូងហើយបើកណ្ណាគុណម្ចាស់ញាតិញោមណាចង់មកចង់សួរសំណួរអីក៏អាចផ្ញើចូលមកក្នុងបណ្ដាញ Facebook នេះបានដោយកុំមានការខ្លាចកុំមានខ្លាចមានការភិតភ័យអីយើងអាចសិក្សាព្រះធម៌ទាំងអស់គ្នាជាភាសាអង់គ្លេសនេះគឺជាការផ្សាយសាកល្បង My homage to the Triple Gem and like to pay my deepest respect to His Holiness the Great Supreme Patriarch of Cambodia and would like to pay my deepest respect to the Sanghanayaka and his deputies and all dignitary monks, venerable monks, ladies and gentlemen, especially friends in Facebook. Today it's a testing because I want to launch a program on learning Buddhism through English. So we're going to have this program every day starting from 7:30 to 8:30 every day. And if you have any question, you want to learn English words in Buddhism, in the Dhamma, you can ask question. You can write in the comments and post it. Then we will try to answer and try to tell you the English word for the Dhamma terms in case you don't know or you want to improve your English as well as your knowledge in Buddhism. I have the idea to teach or sort of to learn together Buddhism and related fields in English so that our friends, especially friends in Facebook who wants to improve the English and who want to learn Buddhism through English, they can join this program. But this is only testing. We will officially launch this program maybe starting from the day the Buddhist monks start observing the rainy retreat or the Vasa, and then during these 3 months we can discuss, we can learn Buddhism. I'll take some lessons and we'll discuss all together. So this is just for the first day. It's a testing, and if you have any ideas you want to suggest, you please feel free to try to suggest this so that we can learn Buddhism through English together. And this is going to be very simple English, and we'll select some topics to discuss together, to learn together in English. For a start, today I want to talk a little bit of Buddhism. What is Buddhism? Its origin, and also Cambodian Buddhism, the characteristics of Cambodian Buddhism, how we can understand better this marvelous teaching of the Buddha. Buddhism was founded by the Buddha, so we use the word Buddhism. It's the English word to call the teaching of the Buddha, but in the original Pali word we know that it is not Buddhism, but is Buddha Dhamma. So the Buddha called his teaching Buddha Dhamma, or in Sanskrit Buddha Dharma. The Buddha refers to his teaching in some other terms as well, but the most common one was Buddha Dharma or Buddha Dhamma, meaning the Dhamma of the Buddha. When the European people came to know about Buddhism, to learn Buddhism, especially during the British, or we call European awakening and enlightenment during the 15th century, and they came to Asia through first the missionary, Christian missionary, and also after that they trade, meaning they want to explore the other parts of the world, and then when they started colonizing Asia, particularly, they came to see it, and they encountered Buddhism, the Buddha's teaching, which was predominant in Asia, in many countries. Then this word came, Buddhism, in English. In French, it's called Bouddhisme, le Bouddhisme. So Buddha and ism, ism is the doctrine or teaching or belief, and then they coined the word Buddhism in English, and in French le Buddhisme. So this is how this word Buddhism or le Buddhisme came into existence. As we use English, then we refer to the teaching of the Buddha or Buddha Dharma as Buddhism or le Bouddhisme in French. And then we start using this. We followed the way the Western people coined this word to call the teaching of the Buddha or the Buddha Dharma. Sometimes we don't know what is the original word for the teaching of the Buddha. We only know that it is Buddhism in English, le Bouddhisme in French. And we have been used to this word and without knowing where it has come from. So as we study Buddhism, we need to know what is the original word for the teaching of the Buddha. So it is Buddha Dhamma or Buddha Dharma in Sanskrit. Buddhism or the teaching of the Buddha, of course, started with the Buddha himself. After the Buddha got enlightenment, 45 years before the Buddhist era, meaning now the Buddhist era is 2561 plus 45, meaning 2606 years ago. The Buddha got enlightenment under the Bodhi tree at the bank of Neranjara river, the present day called Bodh Gaya or Buddha Gaya, in Bihar state in India. Bihar is a state in northeast India. So there the spot of the Buddha's enlightenment. The Buddha was the founder of this religion, no doubt. So we follow the Buddha's teaching, and then we call it in English Buddhism, or in French le Bouddhisme. It is also the same way in other religions. For example, Christianity. We call Christianity because it was founded by Jesus Christ. So Christ, and when we call the teaching or the religion of Jesus Christ, we call Christianity. But other religion like Hinduism, Islam, don't use the word connected with the founder. And in fact, Hinduism has no definite founder. It's just the evolution of the time, and it consists of various teaching and text and tradition, especially the teaching of Vedas, which is the important part of Hinduism. And then Islam is another religion which does not call, this name does not refers to the founder per se. For example, Muhammad is referred as the prophet who propounded the messages or the teaching from God, but it's called Islam. So we come back to Buddhism. It was founded by the Buddha 2606 years ago, but the Buddhist era only started from the time of the passing away of the Buddha. The Buddha passed away, and from the next day, passed away on full moon day, then the next day the Buddhist era is started counting. Buddhism arose in the Indian society 2606 years ago, amidst the traditional belief, culture, and other religious teaching like Brahmanism and also other religious teachings at the same time with the Buddha. The strongest prevalence of all religions was Brahmanism. So Buddha arose, got enlightenment amidst this social cultural environment, meaning there were many religious teaching and social norms, tradition and culture. So when the Buddha started teaching what he has found, what he got as enlightenment, besides his pure teaching, the other tradition, culture, and social norms gradually come to play or come to influence the Buddha's teaching. Even during the Buddha's time, he tried to teach his findings, his Dhamma, but at the same time he also incorporated, meaning he brought in some elements in Indian society those days, and he sometimes interpreted those elements in according to his own teaching, or he gave a new meaning to the existing elements. For example, the concept of Brahma. So in Indian society, the concept of Brahma, or in Cambodian, in Khmer, we call Prum, was very important already. So the Buddha brought this concept and gave a new meaning. He gave the meaning that Brahma Vihara, Brahma Vihara, instead of the concept of Brahma in the Brahmanism, which was very influential during the Buddha's time. Brahma was believed and still is believed to be the creator of the universe, the Almighty, the powerful, the origin of everything, etc. But the Buddha did not focus on that. He gave new meaning to Brahmavihara or Brahma by interpreting the qualities, the four qualities we call four sublime abodes, as metta, loving kindness, mudita, compassion, karuna, compassion, mudita, sympathetic joy, or being rejoiceful in others' goodness or success, and upekkha, the equanimity, the state of mind which is so balanced and which has no prejudice. And it's like it's so balanced and like so in the middle that it does not go to either one of the two sides, too bad or too good or too happy or unhappy. state. So this how Buddhism came into existence. So it's, of course, what we call Buddhism. It contains the teaching of the Buddha from the beginning until the day he passed away after 45 years of hard working, teaching out of compassion for the world. Buddhism, after the passing of the Buddha, also spread to other parts of India and outside India. During the Buddha's time, only in India that the Buddha's teaching spread, and the Buddha himself, with the assistance of his capable disciples, he spread to the Buddha Dhamma spread to different parts of India, especially in the northeast. In the 16 Janapadas or Solasa Janapada, the Buddha's teaching spread to most of these 16 Janapada or 16 kingdoms and small territories. Then after the passing away of the Buddha, Buddha Dhamma was purified and collected into what we call Tripitaka, or 3 baskets of teaching. And then after the 3rd Buddhist Council, which was held in the 3rd century BCE, before Christian era, under the patronage of Emperor Asoka, Buddhism spread to different parts of India as well as outside India. The Buddhist Sangha and Emperor Asoka himself sent Buddhist monks as missionary Dhammaduta to 9 different destinations. So among the 9 different destinations where Buddhist mission were sent in the 3rd century BC, Sri Lanka or Tampapani, Lankadeepa, received the Buddha's teaching, and Savanabhumi also received the Buddha's teaching in the 3rd century BC. In the case of Savanabhumi, there's still problematic or controversial, because many countries in Southeast Asia claim that Savanabhumi is in their own country. Including Cambodia. We claim that Savanabhumi is Cambodia. Likewise, Thai people claim that Savanabhumi in Thailand. Myanmar people also the same, and even Indonesian also claim that Savanabhumi is in Indonesia, that is the island of Sumatra itself. So somehow we have no proof in terms of archaeology and some other inscription to prove that where was exactly the site of Savanabhumi. But there's a consensus to a certain extent that Savanabhumi is in Southeast Asia, the mainland Southeast Asia, which includes Cambodia, Thailand, Myanmar, Laos, and even southern Vietnam. Now, when we talk of Buddhism, it is a vast subject. Even the doctrine, the discipline, and the main teachings also is a huge areas already, and if we include history and the development of Buddhism, is already very vast. So for this program, we only talk about the basic or fundamental teaching of the Buddha. For example, we will talk of the 5 precepts, Panchasila. We will take one by one and analyze and explain in plain English, so that our friends, especially Facebook friends, can learn Buddhism and also English, both. You can learn some points in Buddhism, and also you can learn English as well. You can improve English. You can ask question on my page, so that I have some ideas to discuss in this program. But I hope to start officially from the day of rain retreat of Zavans, the day of Vasa. Then during the rain retreat period, 3 months, and we can learn Buddhism through English, and I will discuss one by one, slowly and in very simple English. So for today, I'll conclude these remarks as a testing for now, and wishing you happy and happiness and success in life. Thank you so much.